After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to Pen, Hook, and Needles Podcast, episode 288. It is not Tuesday, it's not Monday, it's Wednesday, December 27th.
It's really
as we are
Wednesday?
recording. Yes, it is.
Huh.
As we are recording, we couldn't record yesterday the way we planned. We had other things going on.
Namely, Star Wars.
Star Wars. Among other things, we couldn't fit it all in. Anyway, we wish you all a Merry Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, we wish you a Happy Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever it is you celebrate. Happy Winter if you don't celebrate anything else in particular. But we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. But before we do, I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you back with us. If you are new, we hope you find something you like and that you'll stay with us. And if you are returning, we're glad to have you back as always.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to press the subscribe button on your left and join the Ravelry group so you can be eligible for prizes and giveaways and things like that. We have a lot of alongs that are going to be starting up. We have some that are finishing up. A couple of days on the one that we are finishing up, but if you're a fast knitter or a crocheter, you might be able
still,
to.
especially since it's toys.
Toys, yeah.
Toys can work up pretty quickly. So I'm trying to close up this curtain behind you a little bit. There
I
we go.
have in my Team Owl mug, my Thai tea. I've been eating too much sweets. I need to get all the sweets out of the house.
I eat a lot more sweets when I'm at work than when I'm here.
Yeah.
Although, I'll have to admit that the M&Ms, I don't necessarily eat the normal ones as much. I like the kind of offbeat ones, the peanut butter and the peanuts.
I think I'm the caramel one.
I do like the caramel one. I think I'm the only one eating the peanut butter and peanut ones.
Daddy likes the peanut ones. He doesn't like the peanut butter ones. But
Um,
and I have a real soft spot for anything with gooey caramel in it.
yeah, I know you do.
It's just,
caramel ones are pretty good though. Oh dear.
Dear.
In my dysautonomia awareness mug, I guess I should actually show that. There we go. I actually do not have Plum Deluxe this time. I got some tea for Christmas.
We still love you, Andy.
We still love you, Andy. Yes, this is gunpowder green tea. Because I really love the gunpowder tea that Dad had gotten me from Williamsburg. So I haven't tried this one yet. This was a Christmas present. Oopsie.
He's a bunny.
He is a bunny. So gunpowder green.
Is that one decaffeinated if it's a green tea?
No, it's caffeine.
It's caffeine.
Let's see. Yep, it's...
Let's see. Remember the last one having kind of a campfire taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
It smells like it might.
Well, that's part of what I like about the gunpowder tea.
Yeah, it's very good. Not as good as Andy's, but very good.
Well, it's a very different kind of tea than what Andy makes.
It is. Okay, we do want to make one more shout out to J Ladybug 671. It's the last week that you can claim your Dysautonomia Mitts prize. If I don't hear from you by midnight, December 31st,
It goes away.
it goes away. So I hate for it to go away. J Ladybug 671. If anybody knows where she's at, maybe give her a little nudge, tell her she won a prize, so that we don't have to just say goodbye to it. Okay?
And I need to work on my mitts. It's just that I had been so hardcore on certain things to finish.
Right. Okay, our coupon code from Cappy, the Yarn and I podcast, and the Yarn and I Etsy group is still valid until December 31st, and it is 15% off of any purchase over $25. She has a lot of stuff in her shop that's really nice. Hand-dyed yarns, bear yarns,
And sometimes
accessories.
she has other things. As you say,
Yeah,
she has other
accessories.
things too.
She has a lot of stuff, so you might want to check that out, especially now that you've still got the coupon code.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and it is in the thread because it is meant for our group, and
Only.
so it is in the thread. Okay,
So if you want to have access to that and you're a YouTube viewer but not a Ravelry member, get on Ravelry. It's free. Find us as Penhook and Needles podcast group.
right.
And then you also have access to all sorts of patterns and stuff because Ravelry is awesome if
It
you're
is.
not already exposed to
It's
Ravelry.
amazing. Okay, now moving into upcoming. All right, we have our PHN Tea and Tails Cal 2018. It's our first one. Okay, and I've got some rough rules. I don't even have it in my notes yet, so I have it right here. Okay, it's from January through December of this year, of next year, January 2018 through December 2018. And it's our first year-long Cal. And we are still finalizing the fine points of it. We have a couple of things in the air that we're looking to do. But here's what we know. Okay, it runs, as I said, the 1st through December 31st. So the 1st of January through December 31st. Previous whips will be allowed, but they must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures will be on the same thread. This is going to sound very familiar to you. Projects must be tied in some way, shape, or form to the theme of tea and or tales. For tales, only books or graphic novels will be okay. Novelizations are fine.
And by graphic novels, it means we were talking about it. It can't just be like it had a comic strip.
No,
It has to be. And those of you who are comic fans know what we mean by graphic novel.
They have plots.
It's basically a book, but it has the story told by
pictures.
the pictures.
as well as the
Right.
bubbles.
Simply because if you are a comic book fan, you know that a lot of these graphic novels could actually be written up as books and still hold their own.
Right.
Um,
If the pattern has tales of something in it, the pattern says tales of something, Tales, not tails as in wagging your tail, tales as in stories. That will be acceptable. Okay.
And nerds, there are out there, and I know because I've read books in all those genres. There are books for Star Wars, Star Trek,
Stargate.
X-Men,
Doctor
anything. I don't know for Doctor Who for sure.
I'm pretty sure I've seen books for Doctor Who.
Look to make sure about Doctor Who that there's actual books, not books about the making of. Has
Books-
to be
a story.
A story
Okay.
book.
Halo.
Halo
Has books.
I know. I've read almost all of them.
Yep. I'm not sure about Pirates of the Caribbean. If you're a very big Pirates fan, check it out. Make sure there's a book. Post the book picture
Yes.
next to the
Make
project.
your case if it's a little bit something offbeat.
Because we will accept it if you can prove it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Most geek things I have read. So if I chances are I might have read the book already. But coming up, I'm having some forced overtime at work. It's mandated. We don't know how long it'll be. They say it's going to be about a month. We'll see. But I'm already not really good about keeping up in the group. Excuse me if I end up being a little worse with this, because I could be working up to 4 12s, which aren't really 12s. They end up coming anywhere from 13 to 16s. And if I'm working 4 13s to 16s a week, I'm going to be pretty tired.
Right. So that's the tales part of it. You know, if it says tales of, whatever, that's fine. If you can make a case for it. If the yarn says green tea yarn,
Yes.
that's fine. Okay, something like that. If you can make a case, tea or tails, Tales, we're most likely going to accept it. Okay.
And hey, I'd love to see. Okay, so you're making your geek project. Say you're making your Star Wars project while you're drinking your tea. I'd love to see a picture of your tea,
Your book.
your book, and your project.
Yep. Love to see that. That would be great when you do your whips or your FOs. Okay, 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's completed. Prizes will be announced when things get finalized. As always, any Franciscan Gypsy Designs FO that can be related to tea and tails. So if you want to relate York to Harry Potter, if you want to do one of the cats to one of the Disney novelizations of Aristocats or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if you can make a case for it, okay. You have Aesop's Fables, Tortoise versus Hare is a big thing.
Well,
already.
and I know actually there. I can't remember the name of the series. It was a mystery series. Coco and Yum Yum were the cats. They were Siamese cats that their owner they helped their owner solve mysteries.
I remember that. Yes,
you could pull the Siamese cat into that. I can't remember what the name of the book was. It was like cats. I can't remember. There's plenty of things with cats out there if you wanted to do
so if you wanted to pull into toys, you can do it. Just show us how you did it. Robin for Batman and Robin. I mean, it's you know,
because that character that actually was designed with that in mind.
It's if you can make a case for it, we'll accept it. Okay.
Honestly, now here's a cheat. The Selena pattern
Is from
that character was named with Catwoman in mind.
Selena Kyle.
Barry, the Cardinal. Yes, he's a Cardinal. I named him with Barry Allen in mind from Flash.
That's right.
Those are graphic novels.
Well, Bastion is named after the kid from Neverending Story.
Yep.
Bastion Balthazar
Bucks.
So, you know, take a
Make
look
your
at it.
argument.
Make your argument. If it works, we'll accept it. Okay, and anything with my yarn, whether it's, you know, tea or tail named, or if you use it in a project that is tea or tail related, if it will, those things with finished objects will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Okay, and we'll post more information, as you know. I know it sounds a little confusing. We'll have it in the thread. Okay. The other one is our Ready Set Go Cal, and that's the one that's taking the place of the sweater shawl along, because we wanted to open it up to more projects. I have not yet heard from our potential co-host for this because I just earburned her today. So I said, oh wow, we haven't done that yet. So this one is a little bit different. Okay, it does run as normal January 1st through March 31st. Okay, but for this particular cal, because it is a Ready Set Go cal, you may not have whips for this one. Okay, for the PHN Ready Set Go cal, you must start it on January 1st. All right, it can be, both of these cals can be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Okay, no previous whips for the Ready Set Go. This is the time to start all the things for the month of January only. In the Ready Set Go cal, anything you frog in the month of January will be eligible for 1 chance of a prize. However, in order to be eligible for that chance of a prize, you must show the project, the whip, or as close as you gotten to finishing it, and then you have to show it ripped out in the same, you know, before and after, so we know. Okay, chatter and pictures all in the same thread. Anything you decide to knit or crochet or loom knit is fine, as long as you start it January 1st or after. 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's accomplished. Prizes will be announced when we get to them, and again, you know, the double dipping for, not double dipping, the double chances for a prize for Franciscan Gypsy patterns and for my yarn. Okay, so we will post more of this. These will go up in the thread probably sometime in the next 2 or 3 days, so you can see everything for yourself. Okay, anything else you want to add to those cals that sound pretty self-explanatory?
They sound pretty good. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so. Okay, the Yarn Night Cappy podcast is winding down with their 1, 2, 3 for me cal, which is autism, depression awareness, and it's anything that you do for yourself is eligible for a prize. Even if it makes you happy to give things to other people, that's not the aim of this particular cal. It's things that you make for you. Okay, and you have another 3 days or something like that. Today's the 27th. Oh, my hair. Today's the 27th. So you have about 3 or 4 days. Okay. Now, when you see this, you may have less. But, all right. Whenever she locks it, I guess, is when you have enough time for it. And the rules are in her group. Wonderful podcast to watch, as we said many times. The Harry Potter cal, this can go in both what's ending and what's starting, because the 2017 Harry Potter cal is ending December 31st at midnight, you know, going into January 1st. And starting up again for 2018 on January 1st and going the whole year. And it's essentially what we always said. It's anything Harry Potter related. Okay. And again, Maureen is...
Those rules are very flexible.
They're very flexible. They'll be in her group, and she's very accessible. Okay? The Stash Reduction Cal is also winding down on December 31st, and that is being hosted by Blue Yarn Always and Deb's Destiny, who are the Never Cast Off podcast, in conjunction with the Fiber Pusher podcast. And under hers, it says Benita's Story, and I never know exactly what her name is. I think it is Benita's Story.
It's not.
Basically,
it's basically Benita.
But... yeah, basically Benita. And
because we tagged her recently.
They're both very good podcasts, and you'll learn a lot. I'm pretty sure I got back to that person who asked who the Fiber podcast was. It is basically Benita, her Fiber Pusher podcast. Okay, and the rules are in that group. The thread for the prizes are in the Never Cast Off podcast, okay? And the Harry Potter Cal, in case I didn't mention it, is Maureen, who's Victorian Studios.
Yeah, I can't remember if you did or not.
Okay.
I was thinking about my tea.
All right, now our current one running now, PHN Toy Along 2017. We have lovely co-hosts. We have Maureen, who's Victorian Studio, and the Bakery Bears, Dan and Kay,
Who are both very lovely.
both very lovely. Bryony Bears and Obi-Wan Knater. So this is winding down. We're having a lot of toys and chatter and a lot of fun. It's great to see all the projects. I love seeing people just kind of explode on the list, like they're quiet and all of a sudden there's 10 toys.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm thinking of you, Teresa.
Yes, Teresa has done that 2 or 3 times, I think. It's awesome. She is like,
and her toys are always adorable.
they're adorable, and she does them so quickly. I mean, it's and they're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. And we've had some really lovely. Maureen posted one of a mouse, I think it was a Santa mouse, and it was really cute.
I haven't seen that one
yet. It's
yet.
beautiful. So a lot of enabling going on there, a lot of inspiration, really a lot of fun, and you guys are making it a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing who wins prizes for that. You can double, triple dip anywhere it's accepted between the 3 of us. Anywhere that accepts it, that's fine, okay? They must be knitted, loom knitted, or crocheted, and we don't care what you use the toys for, as long as you don't hurt them.
Yeah, please don't hurt the toys.
Yeah, okay, let me see here. We have, if you, and you guys have been here with us for a long time, so you know that if you have KF Jones toy patterns, Talia's toy patterns, Laura Crocheting Hoovian's Hufflepuff toy pattern, use my yarn or Heidi's Undead yarn in a finished object, you get 2 chances at a prize. If you use a combination of one of those featured toys and one of our featured yarns, and you get an FO, you get 3 chances for a prize. But you are responsible for making those multiple posts
yourself.
Okay, yourself. And you guys have been really great about that. And we've had people who have reminded people, moderators and not, just saying, hey, don't forget. And that's great.
And that's amazing.
That is what we love about you guys, because you help each other and we don't have to worry about it. So we really
because we're
appreciate
horrible
it.
people.
We're just terrible people. So, okay. Please have a project page and tag your projects so Talia can pull for the nice little intros that we have.
Yes, because I am more inclined to pull you for an intro if you have a project page, because then I don't have to make up a title for your toy. I'm just able to very easily pull them over and attribute them to the right person and give them a name and all that.
Right.
So if you want to have a chance for being in the intro, just make sure you make a project page.
Right. You guys are great. We're really appreciative of how supportive and active you all are, even when we're not able to be really active. The last 3 or 4 weeks have been a little bit challenging, so we're very glad that you guys can...
Although I had a minor presence, I was on the Christmas one, I was in the recipe one. Hey, progress.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
steps.
Baby steps. Yes, that is a reference. Okay.
But not a book reference.
No, that was a movie reference. We'll have to do a movie one next year, maybe. Okay, now the prizes we have a lovely bag from Laura Smoot that we showed you. I believe it's a Dr. Seuss themed bag. It's cute. We have a set of stitch markers from Cappy, the yarn and I, and that's an elephant set, and that her mother made those. They're absolutely beautiful. We have a loom knitting primer book. We have yarn from Mama C, who's Christina. Actually, there's 2 skeins of yarn. I have 1 too there. So we have a skein of yarn from Maria Wilhelmina. It's a brown yarn that's absolutely gorgeous.
I seem to remember being
We have a sock bunny yarn, and we have a skein of PHN year 1 anniversary colorway. That's KR Dyes. I think it's Kim Dyes now.
I think it is.
And a lovely set of cards and gift tags from B-Wing, who's Brittany. So thank you very much for all those donations. You will see them next week when we pull for prizes. Okay? All right, anything that you need to say before we get into stuff?
Nope.
How many projects do you have?
Let's see.
She never prepares.
No.
Never.
Never.
I do prepare, but I need to count again because I always forget.
Well, then that's not really preparing, is it?
I did.
But it doesn't count.
It does.
Not if you don't remember.
3, it does. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. How did that happen? 10? No. That cannot be right. That can't be right.
I have 6.
According to this, I have 10. I don't think that's right. Let me see here.
I'm assuming you know how to count.
I'm not. I never assume anything. Let me see here. All right, I've got 1.
Yeah, I only have 6.
4, 5. That's a funny noise. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. What happened was we were going to podcast a day ago, I guess it was.
It was only a day ago.
And I picked up a couple of projects that I didn't think I was going to have. All right, let me just move back to the beginning here.
A very good place to start.
Very good place to start. All right. Okay. The first one is in my Kickapoo Holiday.
You're going to be doing
bag.
2.
Yes. I hope I have all my bags out here. Okay. In my Kickapoo Holiday Owls bag is my Little Rainbows Baby Hat project. And I only did a little bit on this. But you can see, it doesn't look like I changed much here, but I did a little bit. And I'm using, I'm holding 2 strands of Cherub Kaleidoscope DK yarn together to do this. And this is something I should be able to finish if I just sit down and get it done. But it wasn't what I wanted to do, so I didn't do it. Okay, my next one is this one. I don't remember if I worked on this one last time or not. I know that you haven't seen it in a while, unless I worked on it last week. And this is my Sea Spray shawl from the Tidal Wave shawl pattern by Tamara Kelly. And I'm using an E-hook and Gourmet Stash Stout Sock yarn in this one-of-a-kind colorway. I have 2 skeins of this. And
It kind of matches you.
Yeah, look at me. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to use the other color, which is a Miss Babs. And it broke evenly when I showed you guys, so I don't know if I'll be using this or not. We'll see. And then part of me's like, ooh, it'd be kind of cool with black.
I think it'd be too dark.
Yeah.
I really do. You either need to have light or not change colors.
So here it is. I really like this. As you can tell, this is not anything I like to wear or anything. I mean,
No, I think it's a color you hate. I think you're going to give it away as soon as you finish it.
No. So.
No.
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 I like this. I don't know. Okay, so yes, I enjoyed this. It's a nice, easy crochet when my hands allow. And thank you for the people who wished me a Merry Christmas. And part of the Christmas wishes was that my hands felt better, so I appreciate that. And this is in my Knitting's My bag, Autism Awareness bag.
I guess it is my turn now.
I guess so.
So, come here in my Cloverbird ginormous Batgirl bag. This is Kay's Fault Miter Square Blanket using scraps, sport, DK, and worsted weight, and sometimes bulky weight yarns, and US 6 needles, Chaigus, of course. It got a little bit of work done on it. I finished this square, and I started this red one.
It's very pretty.
So didn't get a whole lot of work because if I'm having like, if I'm feeling overheated, this isn't what I want to work on
Right.
because it's
Heavy.
heavy. Yeah,
Isn't that pretty?
I like that square right there.
This one? This one.
Yeah,
That's by, isn't that from the Woman Cave?
actually, you're right. I think that is fun.
Mhm.
So,
It's a bright and cheery one.
this is just a fun blanket. It's gonna be fun on my bed when it's done.
Mhm.
With all the knitted blankets, I might eventually be able to take off the comforters and just have all these knitted blankets. Because I have like 3 or 4 that are just on the bed.
Well, Davina made a couple for you.
Yes. So eventually I might be able to remove the comforters, which will be fun. So that'd be that.
All right, my next one, I didn't quite make my goal. I'll hopefully finish it in the next week or two. Is because he asked me. It's in my Kikiboo Puzzle Pieces project bag, and it's the Tie Me Up pattern from Burnett Studio Designs. And I was really close, and I couldn't push it anymore. My hands were really starting to protest, so I stopped. But you can see that see how far I've gotten, and then after that, it's supposed to be a little bit longer than, but you can see how much I've got to.
Oh wow, you got a lot.
I did. I got a lot of I did a lot of work on this. This is what I worked a lot on, the most actually. So I'm hoping this will be done soon, but it didn't make it for Christmas, and I would have been surprised if it had.
Honestly, I would have been too. You put in a huge effort.
And I had to switch out to different projects in order to, I almost got a different project done, but too much going on. Because of everything going on, we had to do a marathon cooking toward the end of the week, just before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of kept me out of doing any crafting because I was busy in the kitchen. Do I have to do another one?
Yes,
Okay.
because you have 10 to my 6.
All right. My other one here is my Oceana cowl, and thank you for all the suggestions. Some of them terrify me a little bit. The idea of taking out the binding scares the heck out of me, but I might have to try that. We'll see. Whoops. Is a bunny.
He is.
Let's see here. You didn't take your drink.
Oh,
I did do a little bit of work on this. You can see I made a tiny bit of progress on this.
I have like hair standing on it. I've got like this.
Now, some people had suggested that I seam it, and I guess that might work. I'm not sure if it's stretchy enough. It might work.
It might work.
Might work.
You can always unseam it.
I'd have to make sure that this is all the way.
Because Because you would do it at the actual
Yeah.
bind off to bind off. And then
It should be alright.
I think it would work.
I might do
I think
that.
it would work.
I might do that. I have to look up the mattress stitch or whatever, because I wouldn't want to do it close together, be too bulky. I want to do it, like you said, and it would give me more.
Yeah.
And this would be super warm because
It's double layered.
it's double. So that's a good idea. I might do that. So
And then would you make the other one into a hat?
no, I make a long one. It's not, to me, I have a hat that I did on this, and it was doubled. No, what did I have with I had it with a plain orange, and it wasn't heavy enough.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could try and find, and it was an Aran weight. I guess I could find another James C. Brett or equivalent that is thick, really thick, and then do the hat. And that might be worth doing. But I'd have to find a plain green or something, or maybe a plain blue or something, so that it, I would have to start it over too, I think. And that's fine, I'm not that far. If that works, I might do that. Okay, let me see here. And this is my Turbo Knitter 64 Mickey and Minnie Mouse bag that I won from him. I actually had some nice luck with him with bags. I think I won 2 or 3 of his bags. I'm glad, because I don't know if he's making them anymore. And he makes a good bag. It's one of the few bags that actually fits my big loom. But it has to be put in the right way. There we go.
So next is in my Silver Shed USA Avengers bag. This is Scarlet. And this is Sparkle the Unipony pattern designed by me. And I'm using Knit Picks Brava Sport in the colorways red and white. And this is Mom's pony. I'm not making a unicorn, it's an actual pony. Now it just got a little bit of work, so just a little bit more on the body. The pieces hide. There we go.
The magic dragon lives by the sea.
Not a magic dragon. She's not a magic
No,
dragon.
she's not. She's cute.
I mean, I'm sure the magic dragon's cute too, but
I think Puff is green.
I think Puff is green as well. I mean, I don't think they ever specify in the song, but
Well, I think when they show it on pictures, it's generally green. Like green and yellow.
yeah.
Got it right?
So
There we go. Starting to look a little like a pony.
don't have enough hands. There we go. And then the body is beginning.
Yeah. It would be cute.
So
And that one will not probably stay here. It will go upstairs on my bed. It'll have to replace Ugly Dog, probably.
oh, Dad would be thrilled.
Well, Ugly Dog will have to go downstairs.
Ugly Doug.
Ugly Dog. Okay. I have
Well, he
6
can
left.
join other Ugly Dog.
Yeah. How many do you have left?
I did 2, so 4.
4, okay. All right. In my... I think it's in this bag. Yes, in my Ploverbird Woodland Creatures bag, I have my Samwise Gamgee hat, which is the Angel hat by K.F. Jones. I did a little bit on here. I'm going to have to switch this to Magic Loop or something pretty soon, so I can close it up. But I still have a few rounds to go. So, and this is another one I probably could have finished if I just sat down and did it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the color. This is Marigold Jen. In the
Looks like you
scenic
got
color.
violets peeping out of the,
Don't say that. Dad won't want to wear it.
True.
So, I mean, if he doesn't want to wear this one, I'll keep it and I'll give him the windswept that I'm doing. But, and I like this. This is a nice pattern. It's, you know, it's not anything to do with the pattern that's taken me so long. Everything is taking me so long right now. But I enjoy it. So that's that.
You go again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, the next one is in my Ploverbird Owl bag, and this is my Mother's Day shawl from the Dead Easy pattern by Heidi, who is Undead Yarn, Knitty Girl. And I did a little bit on this. These rows are really long, so I only do 1 or 2 rows at a time.
That blue is really pretty.
It is. And this is all her yarn, as well as her pattern.
I do like how it's all working up together.
Yeah, I do too. It's very pretty. So, it's kind of scrunched up on the needle, so you can't really see how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I added rows to it. And I know Heidi has a fingering weight version that I think if I did it, I would do it in a worsted weight or a DK worsted Miss Babs or something, and make it even bigger because I like my shawls to be fairly good size. It's a nice pattern. I enjoy it. It's not difficult, as she said. It's the Dead Easy shawl, and that's exactly what it is. So if you're looking for I think it's still free, or maybe it's $1 now. It's well worth the money.
Alrighty, my turn.
Me.
In my Silver Shed USA Tree Frogs bag is Nemu. And the pattern is the On the Forest Floor pattern by Simone Caritz. And I'm using Miss Babs Yazawada Skein in the colorways Faded, Sherpa, Marine. And this is from Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017. So, did a couple, I think I did 3 rows on this. The rows are getting long on this.
Right.
So I did this partially while rewatching some of A New Hope, and then reading, because I can knit and read at the same time. Particularly when it's on the Kindle. Reading part of Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy.
I need to get the Carillion one.
The Carillion one's good.
Yeah, I like that. That's looking nice. It looks like a skirt.
Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, one of the notes said that one of the editors sent Zahn a note. It's like, so is your favorite character from the original 3 Han or something? Because you're giving Han a lot of good parts. You're gonna love all the little notes.
Yeah.
I think Zahn tends to like the same characters we do.
Mm-hmm.
So they get a lot of attention.
Good. Works for me. That's the way
But
it should
yes. I love this grayish, bluish color. These aren't my normal colors that I
My
go
colors.
with. These aren't really your normal shades. Actually, this is Davina's shades. She's not getting this, but she wouldn't like this color as much.
Unless you said it was Quicksilver.
Yes.
And it's close enough that she could.
Yeah, but this isn't for her. I wanted this gray. So it's pretty, and I enjoy it. It's definitely not a color I normally wear, and not a shade I normally wear. But
It's a little light for our color.
It is a little light for our coloring, but we tend to do dual tones. And this chirp here is definitely in Davina's wheelhouse.
Well, even which one's Chirp?
Chirp is the bright blue.
Yeah, both of them are. The pale blue
Yes.
as well.
Davina's much more of a spring than we are.
Okay. I'm doing one now, from now
Yes.
on. My next one is my School Marm shawl, which is from the Easy A pattern by Laura Smoot. And this was gifted to me by the designer. And I really like it. It's in my Silver Shed USA large Eeyore bag. And I did a little bit of progress on this as well. I like this one. It's growing.
It's growing.
It's growing. Yeah. So you can see I've made some progress on that. I love the color. My bright blues and reds. Very nice. And the stitch marker, as I said, the Progress Keeper and everything is from Laura.
You've
Laura
picked up
Concert.
to saying Progress Keeper the way that Maureen does.
Maureen does, yes.
Because you never used to say it that way.
Kay says it too, that way. It's just, I tend to do that. If I listen to somebody enough, I will pick up some of the idiosyncrasies of someone else's speech.
I just think it's funny.
Okay, so, yeah. I'm sorry about the clanking, but it's the only way I can keep my my needles protected and my stitches on the cable, because this doesn't fit the size 10s or 10 and a half. So
My turn.
your turn.
So in my Silver Shed USA, Kitty's in the News bag. I think this was my first bag from Silver Shed. And in here is Dark Ruby. The pattern is On the Forest Floor, pattern by Simone Caritz. Using Miss Babs Yazaweta skein in the colorways Obsidian, Pewter, and Vlad's. And I'm not going to put the twigs in this one either.
Doesn't need the twigs. It's pretty without them. I mean, it looks nice with it, but I like it without
Yeah.
them. This is very dramatic.
This is very dramatic. This one's definitely in my wheelhouse. I've always loved the black-red
See,
combination.
I like with this in it, too.
That's not as much my
No,
preference.
I like it. I like that, but I like this better.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, so dramatic.
Which is funny if you don't like Nightwing's costume.
I don't, but I think because traditionally I'm used to the blue.
I know, but you don't like it.
Um,
And it's the same color.
It is. It is. His new one with the red. I'm not quite sure why they felt the need to change the costume.
I don't know. I liked it with the blue. No
but-
shock there.
Because he always traditionally had the blue in there. With his flair for the dramatic, I guess the red kind of matches a little bit better.
Yeah, but his blue was bright.
Yes, it
bright.
was.
I mean, with his flair for the dramatic, you put a yellow in there. I mean,
Yeah. Well, his original before he moved to the black and blue, he had, in the 70s, he had that one with the pop collar that was the light blue with the yellow and all that. Horrible. It was terrible outfits. Yeah.
No sense of style.
Well, he did grow up in a circus before he joined Batman. But yes, I really like that.
It's very pretty.
Once the other one's done, I'll be able to focus on this one a little bit more.
Okay. Let's see. My next one is my Alan Cloud 9. Oh, my tea's all gone. My On Cloud.
Why is the tea all gone?
In my Valeria bag is my On Cloud 9 project, which is Lala's Simple Shawl by Laura Linneman. I'm using US 10.5 Chow Goo Red Lace and Undead Yarn Bulky in the natural undyed colorway. I have more zippers in this thing. Not paying attention. Okay. I'm getting close to finishing this little ball. And the DPN holders are by...
I really like how this is working out.
Yeah, this is... I like it too. This is by Sheila from Thank God for Bags. Okay. I love the way this is working up. I really do like this pattern. And I wouldn't mind making this again. I'm sure for charity, for gifts, or whatever. Myself, I really like this. It's just an elegant pattern.
And something about the white is just really classy.
Mm-hmm. There we go. And I'm just going to go until I finish the yarn, if I can. So I'm glad I didn't dye it up for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw it on Undead Yarn podcast in this natural color, and that's why I wanted it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think she made a lot of people want it that way when she did hers. Because I know I initially wanted one that way, too.
I did not force you to go blue.
No, you did not. And I do love my blue one. I get a lot of compliments on that color.
I like that color. What is this?
I don't know. Is it your pattern?
It was. It taking the pattern out.
Okay, so... this project kind of lives in two bags. As it grows, I'll be taking out the smaller bag, but in my Silvershed USA Batman bag lives this project, which actually is in my PHN Fun in the Woman Cave bag. And the project is my Bonnie Blue Lass, which is the Celtic Princess Poncho by Wendy D. Johnson. And I'm using Cascade 220 in the colorway Puget Sound. And I've had this yarn for a while. This got worked on while we were in the movie theater. I'm about 1.5 inches away from the end of the ribbing. And then I get to
tight.
move.
Is it for the neck?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
And
because if you
it's 1x1 ribbing, which means it'll stretch.
But that's not my point. I'm concerned more with being up against your neck.
Yeah, and well, also it'll curl.
That's good.
So. But yeah. Once this is done, then I'll be moving into the one with a little bit of a cable.
That's good.
So then I'll have a red poncho and a blue poncho.
Very nice.
And those are two of the main colors I tend to wear. The red will go with all my register stuff, and I tend to wear blue things with blue and green and all that.
If you look on we do have the same color palette. She just tends a little more to one end, and I tend a little more to the other end.
You don't wear the oranges that I tend to wear.
I have some orange, but I don't wear it. I used to wear burnt orange a fair amount, but not anymore. Okay, my next project is also living in two bags. This is my Skylar project from the Sleepy Bear pattern by Jennifer Oliveras, and I'm using a 3.75 F hook in Plymouth Yarn Core Color Spun in the Ocean Drift colorway and Dove Gray in Knit Picks. This is really deep stash yarn, and you saw this a couple of times. This is the body and the head. I'm not sure which is which. I think this is the bottom down here, like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then I worked a lot on this. Is what I wanted to work on. I have all the arms and legs done.
Yes.
So here's all the limbs, and here's the muzzle. So I'm working on the ears. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I just started one of the ears. I can find it. It's hiding from me. There it is. So that's how far I've gotten on the ear. So, making some progress on this one. I was hoping to finish this one before Christmas, but I didn't. But I got a lot more done than I thought I would.
Right.
on
I mean,
this.
all things considered.
So, I'm not unhappy about it. It wasn't like it was imperative or anything, so.
Oh, I just realized I forgot one of my FOs. And there was a big deal one.
Well, we'll get it.
Okay, let me finish this here. How many projects do you have left?
One.
I have one as well. So
Well, do your project, and then I'll do mine while you go get your stuff. You know, do your next whip, and then when you go get your stuff, I'll do mine.
Okay. So this is a new one. It's the Just a Little Chili mitered square Afghan. Same recipe as the other one. I just felt like I needed one that went, because the other one, when I finish it, it's going to be a queen size blanket. So it's not going to leave my bed. I tend to sometimes get a little chilly and want to curl up in a blanket when I'm reading, when I'm knitting, when I'm napping. So I felt like I needed one that was a little bit more a portable size. Also, I wanted to try bigger squares. So I'm doing a 55 count. The other ones are 31 count. And I'm using US 5 needles to make it a little bit more dense for the thinner sport DK.
And she's done a recipe for me that is with the 45.
Yeah, I wrote it up. But I'm not distributing it because
It's not yours.
it's not mine. It's
She
Kay's.
did it for me because I asked her for help. And, you know, as much as
I would have to ask Kay before I did anything like that.
yeah, if you want it written up, you need to ask Kay. Because it's her pattern, but...
Yeah, or I could ask, if I asked Kay's permission, she said it was okay, I would make it free because I didn't think it up.
Absolutely. And I'm sure she would have a problem with that, but you have to ask first.
Because it was Kay.
It's all Kay stuff, and Kay is aware that we do things like that, but we would never make it available without her permission.
So I might just touch base with her because it is a blanket that I love. But here is... I think I'm going to be doing about 8 across. I think that will make it long enough because here's almost 4 across.
Well, if you stop here, okay, that would be here. Now, okay, so here, now go ahead and do it from the other side.
Well,
It would be,
if I did another 4 across, you'd actually be starting like that in the center.
all right, well, right, but but I'm doing it from this end to make it another 4.
Well, no, I mean 4 and 4 would be 8.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's a good size.
Yeah.
Because that's a good Afghan size.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to go 10.
Well, you'll be able to figure out when you get to the 8.
Yeah.
You know, you can always maybe do 9.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an even number.
That's true. So, this one here, I can't remember what colorway this was.
Looks like Marigold Jen.
So, a lot of these were already in my other blankets, and I'm just pulling old scraps. This one was from Davina's Hats.
Yeah, that's Touch of Whimsy.
Yeah, and I still have a lot of this left over. Actually, I used up whatever this was and had to finish it with another yarn, which is good. Some of the ones I wasn't quite able to finish with the minor squares, I'm able to finish with these. I think I'm going to be able to finish off this one, which is one of Mom's early Christmas ones. Let's see, where is my end for this yarn?
And that was done as a mini skein.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I'm going to be able to finish this one. I think I'm going to barely be able to finish my...
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to finish my square.
Because I did big ones. Mine are generous.
Yeah, so this is good. It'll help me finish up some of the skeins that I wasn't able to finish with my previous squares. Because the previous squares are really good if you have small scraps. The 55 is going to be good for those little bit larger scraps that I have. Although I'll probably have plenty of squares that have multiple skeins in it. So it's going to be a slightly different kind of blanket than the other one. But this will be nice. It'll be a nice one to carry with me. It'll kind of become like my comfort blanket.
Right.
But I'm enjoying this so far. I started this a couple days before Christmas, I want to say.
Making good progress on it.
Yeah, well, it's what I've kind of wanted to work on. It's mindless. It's easy for me to read and watch movies and do this. I don't really need to think about it. And especially once I get done with this bottom row, I really won't have to think about it because I won't have to cast on anything, really. It's just pick up stitches and go. So.
Yeah.
You pick up, Mom. You see right there?
The green?
Okay, so you would go in, grab your yarn, pull out. Same thing here. In, pull out. In. You go in between these bumps.
Oh.
In between the bumps.
Oh, I thought you would go up on the top here.
No, you're going to go in the second one.
Oh.
You could go in there, but it's a little bit loose.
Yeah.
So you go in the second one, and you go in between the bumps.
Well, I'm sure once I start, if you show me when I do it, then I'll
Yeah.
do it. I need to have, I'm a visual, but I also have to do, so she'll have to show me when I'm getting to that point.
But I'm going to slide around behind you guys and go and get my FO while she's talking. Actually, I'm probably going to actually go in front of you guys.
To watch your step.
But I want
Okay.
to trip and I want to fall and...
In my Plover Bird, oh, there go my notes. Ah! Literally. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, in my Plover Bird sheep bag is my Happiness is a Rainbow project, and this is my own pattern. I'm using US 7 Chow Gu, Red Lace Circulars, and this is for Little Miss Thing.
You're not walking back to the podcast, kiddo.
So this is how far I've gotten. I'm still on the pink. This is a Lion Brand Mandela DK yarn, and so it's a transition yarn, and I'm still on the pink. I think I have a fair amount to go on the pink still before I hit the orange, but you can see how this is going to work out. This is definitely Little Miss Thing's colors. So, and I did a couple of rows on this the other day while we were watching Christmas movies. It's going to be a long, kind of thin shawl, but there we go. Fairly simple.
I forgot how much I love this tea.
So that's how it looks. It's starting to bunch up on the needles, and I'll just go until the yarn runs out. I don't know. I'll probably have to ask Ty to help me eyeball it for the bind off, because I have no idea how much yarn is taken for a bind off. I'm too new for knitting to know that, but it's just fun. I had the blue one that I've kind of put on hold because I wanted to have this done for Davina by May. So it goes in here. All right, so that's all my FOs. I mean, not FOs, whips.
Which then leads us into FOs. Do you
I don't
have
any? No.
Okay, let me work my way across around.
Oop, there goes my notes.
One of my FOs, I can't show because I don't have it with me.
I have it handy.
I finished the Niederlander hat. But like I said, I don't have it.
I think someone else has it.
Yeah. And I finished that 2 days before Christmas. And I like the way it turned out. But the other one I finished, which I had to go and get, was the Miss Claus Hat of Awesomeness, which is a split back snowflake hat patterned by Susan B. Anderson. I was using yarn har. Oh no! I was thinking. Remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, the guy was trying to explain to Yondu why he he couldn't give away his contacts. Yeah, he kept interrupting him like blah 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 blah.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes, they are geeks.
Miss Claus Hat of Awesomeness, Splitback Snowflake Hat by Susan B. Anderson, using Yarn Hollow photograph in the colorway Chili Red and Colonial Williamsburg Leicester long wool yarn in the natural yarn. And this is for me. I decided not to do the pom-pom and not to do the ties.
They weren't really necessary.
Yes. The Colonial Williamsburg yarn is a little bit fuzzy, but I think the colorwork still shows up just fine.
It's pretty.
So,
very nice.
It's kind of slouchy in the back, so I have to sort of slide it down.
Very nice.
I'm going to take it off so you can see the colorwork a little bit better. Gives me hair standing on edge.
Hat head?
Hat head.
That's really pretty tie.
I'm really happy with how it turned out. Dad was all impressed. There we go.
Very nice.
So, and I don't usually do a lot of color work because it can be a bit exacting the way I do it. I know a lot of people, they don't mind if their yarns get tangled while they do color work. That's just one of those things. Every time I change colors, I have to move my yarns around while I'm doing it. Now with your hair, it actually works better. Now you do have slouch there.
But it doesn't feel like some of the other slouches where my neck feels like,
yeah,
you know.
And I would actually pull it down a little bit.
My hair.
Now you have a definite slouch to yours.
Very nice.
With your hair, it doesn't go down nearly as far as it does on me, because I don't have, I hardly have any hair. But yeah, I really enjoyed knitting this hat. But yeah, it's going to be a little while before I do color work again, even though I really love the way it turns out, simply because for me, color work takes a long time the way I do it. I just can't stand my yarns getting tangled. And I remember when I did the color work class at Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival, the lady was watching me doing my color work, and she's like, that's a little bit obsessive.
But I don't like it either when it tangles up like that. It's just...
Well, every single time I change colors, this means multiple times during the chart I'm going, oh, it's twisted.
Yeah.
Okay, change color, move my yarn. Change color, move my yarn.
Well, I like to have it in different bags and stuff so I can just...
Usually I'll have color A up here, color B up here. They're in front of me on the desk where I'm at. Right. And then I'll flip them.
Right. Because I usually have it sitting on the floor and I end up having to, you know. All right.
So I'm happy with the way that turned out.
Okay. Let's see here. You know, I think True Grit is a novelization. They could do the Duke pattern.
You'd have to look into it.
Yeah.
Because also the Duke, you're kind of, because nothing about the character was the Duke. The Duke was the actor.
Right. Right. I got a book about John Wayne.
Not a novelization.
Not a novelization. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. What are we looking at? Oh.
So that brings us on to autobiography, which includes everything we got for Christmas.
And my Etsy shop, which I didn't do anything for my Etsy shop, but I did something that was gifted, so I don't have it to show you. I'm still reading the Shattered Vigil, and I need to get through that because Taya gifted me some Star Wars books that I want to read between now and the next Patrick Carr book coming out.
Yes, because I was telling Mom that I can't believe she hasn't read these books in the extended universe.
Well, I've read some, but not all of them.
But not all of them, and not the best ones.
Well, I want to get the Carillion eventually because
the Carillion trilogy is really good. Anything with Timothy Zahn's name on it, particularly if it's what's now called Legends. They've changed since Disney's taken on the franchise. Watch my rolled eyes, because Disney is all wonderful and has decided to completely ignore the extended universe.
And change characterization.
Not bitter at all.
They do it to everything they get.
I
so
know.
it's annoying.
But the extended universe has been around forever, and like, if you're reading Timothy Zahn's notes from the 20th anniversary of Heir to the Empire, Heir to the Empire. He's saying that his books were approved by Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm approved everything that he put out, so it is canon. It was canon for years until Disney got a hold of it. So it's not like it was just fan fiction.
No, it's annoying. It's very annoying. There are a couple authors that we recognize as being, really, really good.
And I've read Zahn's books outside of the Star Wars universe. Angel Mass, the Dragonback series.
I like the Dragonback series. I think I read one of those.
There's another one I can't remember the name of that was
that the
really
one with
good. Icarus Hunt was good too.
Which was the one with the tattoo?
That was the Dragonback series.
Yeah, I like that. I have to read the
He's
rest of
a very good writer. And because he does sci-fi, but he is definitely one who looks at characterization, and
that's important.
It is very important.
You have all the plot in the world. If the characters don't work, I don't want to.
Yeah, and he just knows how to make his characters feel real and make sense. And I got Mom this one version of Heir to the Empire because it's a 20th anniversary and it has footnotes from the author and someone else. So it's like listening to a director's cut of a movie.
We're geeks.
And what's awesome is the writer in both of us is loving hearing, okay, well, this is why I chose to write this. And they gave me, at the time I was writing this from the role-playing game, so I knew what ships were available. And so, like, yes, nerding out. Yeah, it was really funny. Me and one of the residents from Toronto Family Practice were sitting there, and I forget how Star Wars came up, but my coworker was rolling her eyes, laughing at us, because we're talking about Star Wars. He hadn't read the Extended Universe. Most of the guys I've run into haven't read the Extended Universe, but they've played the video games, which a lot of times pulls from the Extended Universe. So we were talking about that. The coworker who replaced me, he and I started geeking a little bit. He's like, well, I can't talk to you about the movie until you've seen it, and then we can discuss. He hasn't read as much again. He's a video gamer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I had some issues with the movies, and coming out of the movies, I immediately wanted to go back to my Extended Universe and pull Mom into some of my favorite Extended Universe books. So I got her the Thrawn.
And there are some definite, if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to notice some definite...
Luke's off.
He's off. Yeah.
Luke's off.
Luke's off. Yeah, he's a little off. I can understand why they portrayed him the way they did.
But if you are
off.
fond of Luke in the Extended Universe and how he grew in that Extended Universe, it's very hard to watch the change. Because the Luke that I know and have grown fond of with years and years and years of development is not the same Luke.
I mean, you can see where he would go down that direction, but not that extent.
Right. And because I've watched him grow up through the books from the time that he was 19 to the time, till the time the twins, Luke and Leia's twins, are grown up. And Anakin as well.
Well, Anakin.
Anakin Solo, not Anakin Skywalker. Again, if you're not an Extended Universe fan, you don't know who Anakin Skywalker is.
So you need to read the books.
Yes. But
except Courtship of Princess Leia.
Courtship of Princess Leia, I think, is better.
I hated that.
Looking back at Leia, looking at her through a new lens,
I hated
that
it.
is within her character.
I hated
She's a bit hard.
Absolutely hated it.
I think it's within her character.
I hated it. Absolutely and utterly hated it.
But
I may have to reread it. But
I think you need to reread it. I've reread it.
I read it 30 years ago or 25 years ago. I absolutely hated it when it came out.
But yes, So I think you guys are pretty tired of hearing about the extended universe right now. So
Moving on.
moving on.
All right, so we have quite a few enhancements. We tried not to bring everything. I'm wearing one of my stash enhancements. My husband got me this for Christmas. I don't know. Do you want to show our bags first?
Yes. Hang on. Mine's hidden underneath all my project bags. I need to get this bag as a purse too.
Aren't these awesome? I ordered these for Christmas from somebody in China on Etsy. And he was so nice because I ordered it. When I ordered it, I thought I had ordered one of each color, but it turned out there were two of the same. So I contacted him about 2 days later, and he'd already started making them. He still got them to me on time with the right colors. I was very impressed.
So this is, excuse me, for our church stuff.
And this is like
It's good
canvas.
quality.
This is canvas stuff.
And I really want one for my purse. Not this color, even though I love the orange. I figure I probably shouldn't have an orange purse.
But I've got plenty of room in here.
Yes, and it's strong.
It's got pocket on the side here. Then it's got a zipper in here with two little pockets,
On each side.
and then two other pockets on the other side. And then you've got this pocket here, and
What
on
I call
either side.
water bottle pockets.
Water bottle, phone, whatever you want to put there.
Yeah.
So
I would never put my phone on the outside.
no, I wouldn't either. But unless I was maybe doing something with Davina and I had to have access. But this is really. It's got.
My phone would never fit in there anyway.
It's got. This is a shoulder strap, and it came inside the bag.
Yes, it did.
This is what is sewn onto the bag.
We might have to put the Etsy shop on the.
Yeah, I might have to. Might have to do that.
Links.
It's a very good shop. I'm very
happy with this
I'm very
bag.
impressed with the person. It came to us from China, I think, in 3 weeks or something like that. I mean, it was
That's nice.
very fast.
So
And,
it says I want the link for myself because I want to look at it for a purse.
yeah, it's an amazing.
Because then I can also pull my my fall bag into my knitting bags.
Right. And this bag was, I got this on sale. I got them on sale, but even off sale, they're very reasonably priced.
Well, I really love the bag, and I'm afraid I'm going to destroy my Silver Shed USA bag because using it as a purse because it's not meant for that.
No. And this is
I overpack my purse.
this is heavy duty. And it
Yeah,
it still smells new canvas.
I can't smell anything, but I have a terrible sense of smell.
That's that. Okay. Now,
Well, I'm going to go ahead and show my teas while you're pulling stuff out. So you saw the gunpowder tea already. I prefer loose leaf when I'm not at work. And I really loved my gunpowder tea from Colonial Williamsburg, so I was really happy to get some more gunpowder tea. It's caffeinated, so I'll probably drink it mostly on the podcast. That's usually when I drink my tea, my caffeinated tea. And one thing I love about gunpowder tea, and this is what I remember from the Colonial Williamsburg one, is it gets better with each steeping. Mm-hmm. I might allow myself one more cup a day because I'm allowed a max of 2 cups of caffeinated tea. And I remember this one gets really better each steeping you do. And I'd hate to waste the leaves on 1 cup.
we should give me the first cup, and then you'd have the stronger second cup if you really were worried about it.
Yeah, I love. Well, I wasn't sure if you'd like it because it's a little bit bitter.
It's not bitter. It's smoky.
It's smoky, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a sweet tea. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I'm willing to sacrifice myself.
And then one that I always have loved, but that I have never had as loose leaf is Irish
I love
breakfast.
Irish breakfast.
So I'm looking forward to having this as a loose leaf because I've only ever had the Twinings Irish breakfast, which I've loved. But do you say Twinings? I heard people say Twinnings as well.
How many ends does it have?
It's one end, which is why I say
It should be
Twinings.
Twinings,
Yeah.
Although it should be Twining.
It should be Twinings.
Doesn't mean that's what it is, but it might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your turn.
All right, this came to me from Laura Smoot.
Oh yeah, let me pull mine.
Nice little card and everything. She sent a nice little package to us,
Hang on, mine's stuck.
full of all these little goodies. They're so sweet of her.
Now our package is very similar.
Yeah, she gave us each
DPN holder.
DPN. Well, I think it's actually it's a DPN. It's more of a Notions pouch because it's got a zipper on it.
True.
It's got. I mean, it could be like holding it,
Holding in DPNs versus
not holding your place.
right.
So this is really nice.
Or it
And
could be meant to hold your cable needles.
That's That might be what it is. That might be what it is. Where are my... I have my... Oh, here they are. So she gave us this.
Although, I'm not sure if they're cable needles. They're stitch holders.
You can use them as cable needles, stitch holders, whatever.
I would call these stitch holders not cable needles because, and that's for when you're doing socks.
Right.
And they tell you hold, now a lot of times I'll hold them on my DPNs, but you can.
Well, this would be good on my loom when I'm holding things.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. So
stitch holders.
Stitch holders.
I've never actually used.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to use these. I guess you put them on your needles.
You put them on your needles, and it's to mark your row count.
And what is the blue one? I don't see any numbers on the blue one.
The blue one does have numbers.
It does? Oh, okay. Mine's just...
Yours just turned around.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
It's just for smaller size.
Yeah.
And then Laura made her own hand balm.
It's really nice. It's not sticky in the least. Or
oh, that's right.
Slippery. It's not...
It
smells good. It's not overpowering, and it's really, really feels great on your hands. Not greasy in the least. Thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you.
We appreciate your generosity. Spoil us.
Thank you so much.
It
does smell really good.
It does. I'm not sure what it smells like.
I'm not sure what it smells. I think it's a cocoa butter.
I think you're right. It almost has like a...
That's a cocoa butter. It smells chocolatey to me.
Yeah, it's similar to chocolate or something. It's very good.
That's a cocoa butter.
It's very good. Whatever it is, it smells very good. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I need to do one by myself.
Yes, I think you do too.
Oh.
Oh?
Well, might as well do this other one with each other. Maureen sent us a card and this beautiful little box with Taya's prize, right?
That's right. I do need to show my prize. It wasn't with the prize, but
she sent it in the same box.
Yeah.
And this is candy. This is the third time she sent it to us because we love it. And every year she sent it to us for Christmas.
And it's chocolate mints.
It's chocolate mints. They're Wardens of Winnipeg Russian mints. So now I can put them out where my husband can see them.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Maureen, for that.
And I won this for my participation in Toy Along.
Awesome?
I did not expect this.
That's amazing.
I was super excited. Because I love birds.
Yeah.
As evident, you can see how many birds I've designed. Let's see, I've got Barry, Iris, Bastion, Grayson, York.
Mm-hmm.
So what, 5 birds? Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I
love the birds.
So look at that pattern.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love that. And then the inside, it's holding an owl in here. Inside it has the names of birds: nightingale, robin, swallow, stone.
I think she did her own fabric.
Goldfinch.
I think this is her own fabric.
I love it. This is amazing. It's really well made.
Well, everything Maureen does is well made, so.
And it has the Victorian Studio
nice.
Tag on it.
Very nice.
So I'm really excited about this. Thank you, Maureen. I'm just psyched. And I just had to throw a project in right away.
It looks like a little pillow now.
It does.
Okay. My husband got me. This fell off, and so I hope the discs are okay. It's called 40 Weeks. It's an Ignatian Path to Christ with Sacred Story Prayer. And I wanted this. It was very reasonably priced. My husband got it for me for Christmas. I'm hoping that when it fell off the shelf, that it just damaged the cover, not the discs.
I'm sure it's fine.
So that's that.
Let me replace my stitch marker. I also was given, I'm not going to pull it out because...
Before you go to the tie, this is
yes.
This is the card that came with Maureen's.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful? Handmade card. I will not read it because it's private, but it's very nice. Very nice.
That just gave me a chance to finish my row. Good timing.
And perfect.
In here, which I'm not going to pull out because it has the code on it, is a Miss Babs gift card from Mom.
And Dad.
And Dad. So, I have some Miss Babs to get. Ouch.
Okay, I got another disc from, it's See Better, Draw Better. It's a craftsy class. I can't draw to save my life, but I've always wanted to draw. So this is what I'm doing. And Craftsy now has something, I don't know if you're involved with Craftsy, if you've seen it, where you can do a subscription kind of thing where it's like $15 a month or $120 a year, and you can stream any class you want, except for the great courses, I think it is, for free. You just have that subscription, which I think is amazing. Now, if you stop the subscription, you can't get into those classes, except for the ones you bought.
Yeah.
So, but I'm thinking about that for my birthday. So.
Next is, well, I bought this for myself for Christmas.
I like that a lot.
This is a very Catholic thing.
Yeah, well, they know our stuff.
Yeah. Keep calm and offer it up. I can't tell you how many times growing up, Mom, this, that, or the other thing is so tough. Blah, 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 blah. Well, offer it up.
For
the poor souls in purgatory. So, this is a very Catholic thing. Offer it up, offer it up, offer it up. And my spouse is like, oh yeah, keep calm and offer it up.
Make good use of your suffering.
So, if you're Catholic, that'll make a little bit more sense to you. But I don't know how other religions
view that.
Okay.
This is from Talia. It's Bible Basics for Catholics, and we have a couple.
Yes,
books
this is a.
This is mine, and that's hers. I bought for her for Christmas from my husband.
This guy actually taught at my school. He was one of the professors. I think he's theology. I had friends who had him as a professor, but because I was in nursing versus theology, I never had him.
He's got all these little like line drawings and stuff, and it looks like it's kind of cute.
I kind of wonder if he would do this when he was doing lectures, and I have to ask some of my.
Look at these pictures.
I have to ask some of my school friends who had him as a professor if he would do this in class.
And it's not that we don't know our faith, but it's always nice to get clarification and things like that. So
okay, I think this is supposed to be Abraham and Isaac. Okay, guys, Abraham and Isaac. Seriously, this is a college professor.
Look at this one. I'm not sure what this is. It's somebody yelling at the top of the hill there.
You can't really see it, but
it looks like it might be Moses. I don't know.
So it's just fun.
This is great. I'm looking forward to.
Given this number as part of REC, I think someone must have wrote it down wrong. Sorry for the confusion.
Okay, so it's a wrong call.
Accept my apologies. Thank you very
Aw,
Oh, that was really sweet. Most people don't leave a message if they.
what a nice person.
A lot of people just will hang up. I know I would hang up if it's a wrong number. I don't.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just kind of fun. It is a little bit for me to flash back to school because I never had this professor, but I knew people who did.
And this looks like a good series. So
the other one who is really famous for writing books,
Scott Hahn.
Scott Hahn,
And
also taught at my college. We used to.
He has a little blurb on here about it.
Yes, well, they
Mike Aquilina, Elizabeth Scalia.
In college, at our they had skits and stuff for orientation, and my freshman year, and they would joke about Scott Hahn sighting, and apparently there were people who kind of stalked him a little bit, which is kind of creepy, but you know.
Yeah. If you're not Catholic, you probably don't know who he is.
Yes,
he's a big deal for us. Okay. Well, not my last of the religious stuff, but this is it's a kind of a Bible study retreat kind of a thing, and it's called Awakening Love, an Ignatian Retreat with the Song of Songs. So that's the book of the Bible, the Song of Songs.
And this is a book on Our Lady, Cause of Our Joy.
And I have this book. It was given to me years and years and years ago, even before, Davina had just been born. We were leaving that particular Air Force base, and they gave it to me as a gift for serving on the
really?
the chapel and stuff like that. So I have that book, and the one I have is like yours. Davina got the one that was wrapped up nice. I thought you want the new one. You know?
Right.
So it's a very nice book. It goes through all the titles of Our Lady. Well, not all of them, but some of the more well-known ones.
Okay.
So
I was wondering about that because I know I never heard of the book. Okay, so next I'm going to show the two dysautonomia things together. This is another dysautonomia mug. Dysautonomia awareness mug. And those of you who have been following Stuff for Health, I haven't gotten a diagnosis yet. I have a doctor's appointment in January to try and see if they will give me a diagnosis. I know when I had last talked to them, they thought POTS, which is a form of dysautonomia, but if they said even if it wasn't POTS, they thought it was some sort of dysautonomia, which is where the autonomic nervous system, which you cannot consciously control. So it controls things like heart rate and temperature control and things like that. It's out of whack.
Your cardiologist seems to think it's both.
Yeah, we'll see what the electrophysiologist says. Because apparently now I went from having barely seeing the doctor ever to having 3 doctors, a primary care, cardiologist, and electrophysiologist. Life does crazy things in the course of a year. Apparently by the time I hit 30, I became old.
You were born old.
I was born old. How's that?
And that is just a reference, and you should know that because it's the season for it. I wear turquoise
for dysautonomia awareness. So, and turquoise is the color for whatever reason.
Yeah, they say some people say turquoise, some say teal.
Yeah.
That color.
So,
Aqua, whatever you want to call it.
As it gets a little warmer, I'll be able to wear this. I want to eventually get a hoodie type thing for it. They have one out there that's something about not liking people because you're tired or something.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And that made me laugh because actually that's really true. When I first get up, I kind of hate everybody. I glare at everybody when I wake up. I'm just like, why are you talking to me?
I heard Davina this morning, hi Taya, hi Taya, hi Taya. You just say hi, she'll stop.
She's like, why is she talking to me? Can't she see my I hate people face? Because I am really not my morning person. I glare at everybody as soon as I get out.
She glares at me, she gets smacked.
I do though. I glare at everybody when I get out of bed.
I got the only one now that I need to get is 6, I think. Because other than Ty's patterns, these are pretty much the only ones I'm doing. I mean, there are a few others that I might do.
Those are really cute.
This is Patchwork Moose, I think.
I was going to say, that looks like Patchwork Moose.
Yep.
Well, she's very distinctive.
Yes, and the good thing about this is that I get a taste for designers, so if I find one I like, then I can look at them. And I have
Patchwork Moose's Loch Ness that she recently put out was
adorable.
But this is Patchwork Moose. Patchwork Moose does adorable patterns. She was one of my it was her and Stacy Chalk who were my big influences in designing.
Here's another Patchwork Moose that came in the other book. See?
Oh, she's just such a cute... She designs such cute toys.
She does.
She's one of my favorite designers. If you've never done a Patchwork Moose pattern,
I've done one. I did her Dust Bunny.
I have tested for her once.
I can't test for her because
her tests go really fast.
Well, not even because they go really fast. I have been able to get into them.
No, I mean not even that. I mean she has such a short period of time for it, and now I can't guarantee I could keep up with them.
And this one here is one that Laura Concert likes, this designer. Whoops, there goes my stuff. Little Muggles, and that's a good one as well. And I believe Stacy Chalk has some things in here also on occasion. My toy designers, I pretty much stick with Talia. I like Patchwork Moose. I like some of Stacy Chalk's. I started out with Stacy Chalk and learned a whole lot from Stacy Chalk, for crying out loud.
I learned a lot from Stacy Chalk and I learned a lot from Patchwork Moose. And when I started off as a designer, after I released my first design, I sent both of them a note letting them know how influential they were for me.
And then the other ones I like.
They both responded. They're really sweet.
They're very nice.
I was shocked that Stacy responded, not because she's not sweet, but because
she's busy.
She's so busy.
But you know, when I forget what pattern it was I was doing for her. Of that, I think I was doing the platypus, And something came up, and I was having a real hard time because I was still relatively new. And I wrote to her, and she wrote right back to me.
Well, she did the same thing when I sent her a baby sweater pattern for her baby when her baby was born. She's just a very
She's
nice,
a very sweet person.
as someone who's really bad about responding to messages, and I'm not nearly as big of a designer as she is, I'm always impressed when she responds because I know she's super busy.
I can't find my pen.
I didn't see where it went.
All right, well, we have to write down Stacy Trock and Patchwork Moose.
Beep, beep, beep,
But,
beep, beep. I don't have a pen.
These are, I had one, I just don't know where it went. When everything fell, I think I lost it. So there are some really cute patterns in here, and I'm hoping to get, because my birthday is so close to Christmas, I just leave my Christmas list up. And I'm hoping that I'll get number 6 either from my husband or from Davina for my birthday.
I don't ever pull from her list because I know Dad and Davina look at it, so I just go off the...
So you can see, here's the patterns in this one. I don't know if that's all of them, that's some of them. And 2, 4, 6.
Patrick Moose.
Yes. And there's Patrick Moose there as well. So, and like I said, I don't normally do a lot that are not Talia's, but I like to have some that, you know, if I want a palette cleanser, so to speak. And these are the best of the best usually in here. You know, and they give me an idea of designers that I can take a look at if I really need to find something different.
Then this makes me laugh because I have a friend who her married name when she got married her name became the same name as his author. So this is For All the Tea in China by Sarah Rose, and it's not by my friend, but my friend I've known since heavens before high school.
Yeah.
She's a good person who does not get mad when I don't hang out like I should.
She's patience personified.
Yes, she is. I don't know why she puts up with me.
I don't either.
You know what? I'm not talking to you.
Is that a promise or a threat?
Both. So, this is an enthusiastic tale of how the humble leaf became a global addiction. For All the Tea in China, how England stole the world's favorite drink and changed history.
That sounds fun.
It is. It does.
And that's not eligible for Tales.
No, it is not, because this is nonfiction.
It is eligible for tea, though.
It is. So.
Yay.
I thought that was fun. Especially when I realized the author's name was the same as my friend's. Your turn.
Okay. This book it's called Lectio Divina. The Catholic will know what that is if you're Catholic. I'm not sure. I know that all the other faiths also that are Christian do Bible studies, but I don't know if they have Lectio Divina per se. It's a way.
I'm not even sure how what the translation is.
Divine reading.
Divine.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't I'm not sure what Lectio is, because that's Latin. But
Yeah. So if anybody knows what that means, I could look it up. But this is just it's got a reading from the Bible. It gives you a reading from the Bible, and then it gives you like some questions to think about, and then a meditation to do. And it has pictures that you can look at, and some of these pictures are absolutely gorgeous. This is made by the same people that I remember I showed you the Advent Journal a few weeks ago. This is the same people. And this is the thing that the man who was sitting in front of me had, and he showed it to me, and I was really impressed by it. So you can see the beautiful pictures.
Now, are you going to make copies so you can continue to use it?
I'm going to write in a notebook.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because I want to be able to use it. Because every time you read the Bible verses, you get something else out of it. So I don't want to be writing in this book. So, yeah. Okay, what's next for you?
Let me finish my
And how much more do you have?
Hold on. Well, several of these I'm going to be showing together.
Okay.
So, there we go. So, Davina gave jewelry.
Yes, she did.
Whoopsie. I wish I'd had this for Christmas because I was wearing all red.
I think it would have been too much red.
So,
but it looks really nice on anything plain.
Yes, it does. This one keeps wanting to twist. Oopsie,
It's pretty.
turn around. There we go.
Is that flash?
No, this is just plain red, which is nice because I did need some plain red.
Oh, the front's red?
Yeah.
Okay.
See there?
It's the silver on the back, so I can't tell.
Yeah. And then This one's another plain red. And she's making them a little longer for me now because sometimes if I feel choked, it throws me into Potts flare, or whatever it is, flare.
She makes them longer for me too because I get constricted.
Yeah, because before I got on medicine, or when I was just starting the beta blocker, I had a really bad flare at a cardiac conference I went to, and it felt like the necklace was like, and I love them tied up here normally, but I had to take it off because I felt like I couldn't breathe. Not the necklace's fault, just
that's just how it is.
Um,
And she went to town with the necklaces for everybody.
yes, she did. Well, she really. I love the
That's
beads on
pretty.
them. For some reason, her flash ones, she really just makes them really my style. All of her flash ones I love particularly. I have like 3 or 4 flash necklaces.
She knows what we like. She can't find Nightwing, so she does Flash.
Yeah.
And Flash is another one that you like, so.
Yeah. And I just love the beads for this one. And I just think it's really funny that for some reason when she makes the flash ones, she just tends to go for like the best beads.
Now she made me jewelry as well. She got me a sweater too, that I'll wear on another podcast. It's very heavy. It's a heavy knit kind of sweater with fleece in it, and it's very pretty. But she made me some jewelry. This is the first one, and it's pink with the owls because she always gets me owls. And you can see that it's not too tight up against my neck either because I don't like it that way. So for the same reason Talia does, it's just it feels like it constricts. So there's that one, and then she got me this one. Look at the size of these beads. Oh my gosh! Look at this owl. It's ginormous. It matches my clothes. Whoops.
I think some of the beads I got her for her birthday.
I can't.
Are you having trouble closing it?
Yeah, I can't. Whoops. Oh, I just lost my.
You'll have to let her know.
Yeah. I think that was just that it.
Yeah, I think it was
It came off the.
It wasn't her fault.
It wasn't her fault. What happened was it opened. But anyway, she'll fix it easy for me. But anyway, this with this really huge owl, and it's an easy fix. I just don't know where she had it, so I'm gonna have her. I think she had it.
You'll have to have her fix it.
I'll have to have her fix it. I don't know where she had it. I think she had it right here, because that's where the double is.
Yeah.
But I'll have her fix it for me. And she has no problem doing that, so that's not a problem. And then this one is probably my favorite, because I can wear it with almost anything. And they're more owls.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? So she went to town with the jewelry, and I have a lot of necklaces that she makes, and I wear them all. Not all at once, but
No, that would be a little bit awkward.
who was it they said? Just like you don't. Was it Little Women where she was talking to Amy about something? Just like, because you don't want to, just wear all your jewelry just to show everybody that you have them. You don't have to wear it all at once. I forget what it was. I think it was Little Women.
I don't remember the quote, but
Okay, do you have something else to show?
hold on. I was hoping to pull that in. I guess I can't. Okay. I'll worry about that afterwards. So, yarns. These will get shown together. Actually, this one first. This is from Davina. Socks that Rock. 100% superwash merino. I've actually never knit with Socks that Rock.
I have. I did my Miss Marshall shawl without a sock.
Well, and I got you that yarn even. I've heard a lot about it.
It's good yarn.
This is medium weight. 380 yards. So this is very nice.
I'm not sure I think it's a worsted or a light worsted. The medium weight.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It might be a DK.
Sock gate. So, very cool. So I look forward to knitting with that. Your turn.
My husband got me this for Christmas. It's round loom knitting in 10 easy lessons. And I'm going to be giving away one of these for another one of the along, but this is the one he got me. I really like this. It has different lessons. Each one getting progressively more challenging, and it's set up as lessons. So, you know, like how to do cast-ons and how to do seaming and how to do this, that, and the other thing, which is good because YouTube is good, but I kind of like to have a foundation so I know exactly what I'm doing. So this is really nice.
These two I'll show together.
Yeah, the rest I have to show together.
So this is Lady Fernica Creations. So the gifts for Mom, and the colorways are, they're both sport weights, 274 yards. So is that your light?
That's my heavier one.
That's your heavier one. Okay, goody. And I know I can get a pair of socks out of this if I want to. So I can either do socks or hats. This is Flame On, and this one is Golden the Greenwood Untamed Dupes. Both of these are Untamed Dupes.
Gold in the Greenwood, yeah.
So, very cool. They kind of look like Christmas colors. So very happy.
And I think I can redo the gold, but I'm not positive. That's why I put down Untamed Dupes. Okay, the first thing I got here, these next two were given to me by Talia. She made them for me. This is Fingerless Mitts. And is this the, which pattern is this?
Oh, that's the Irish,
Irish,
hiking
yeah.
scarf arm warmers.
These are beautiful. I love these.
The funny thing is I've never made the actual Irish hiking scarf.
There's the thumb. I love this color. This looks like Mad Tosh. Is Mad Tosh?
No. I can't remember. It came from a yarn box.
Oh, right. Okay.
I didn't have enough for a
this,
hat.
no, this is Skano. I think this is Skano.
Is it? I can't remember. No, it's not. I can't remember what it was, but it's not
I know
Skano.
I had some of this too.
Yeah, well, because you had the same yarn
yeah.
box I did.
So this is really pretty, and it's very warm. Do you have something to show? Or?
I do. I also, the others are in Kindle form, but this is the book form. This is the Norse Myths by Kevin Crossley Holland. I enjoy Norse mythology. This is the fault of the Myths and Legends podcast.
Not to mention Loki.
Although Myths and Legends podcast had a lot more to do with it than Loki did, believe it or not.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
No, it really is true. Although I enjoy Loki from the movies, if it hadn't been for the Myths and Legends podcast, I probably wouldn't have looked into Norse mythology. Mm-hmm. And it's partially because of the way the guy tells the stories. Norse mythology is fun.
It's funny.
It's funny. There's one legend, Norse tale, where in order to get back Mjolnir, Thor has to dress up as a bride.
Mew Mew.
Yes, Thor has to dress up as a bride because they promised Lady Sif to get Mjolnir, and they were going to actually give them Lady Sif, so he dressed up as a bride because it was Loki's idea.
Of course it was.
Of course it was. But I love it because Thor's slightly stupid. Apparently in the legends he's a redhead.
Oh, is he?
With a beard.
Well, yeah, beard is no brainer, right? Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just really, it's just fun. This is the book one that I have. I also have one on Kindle that's a different Norse book. And then I have Russian myths in book form. And Russian myths, you have Kochi the Deathless, who steals young maidens because he's lonely and just wants company, but he's also a murderous so-and-so. And then you have Baba Yaga.
I've heard of Baba Yaga.
Lives in her house on chicken legs. And she also will either help young maidens or she will try to eat people. You can't really trust Baba Yaga. I mean, then there's the Ivans. Russian mythology is fun, but also slightly depressing at times.
Well, yeah.
What I pulled out of the Myths and Legends podcast was an interest and love for Norse and Russian mythology. Norse because it's fun, Russian because it's just interesting. Mm-hmm. So, I think because the Greek and Roman, they kind of take themselves too seriously.
See, I don't remember any of it now, but I really enjoyed the Far Eastern mythology.
Far Eastern's interesting, but I didn't enjoy it nearly as much as I did Norse or Russian.
Well, I haven't done much with Russian. I do like the Norse.
And I'm just looking forward to just reading some of these things. Oh, hold on. There's a quote in here where it's Loki and Thor are talking, and Loki does like this burn. It's completely like Loki tells Thor something about the fact of like, oh yeah, it requires someone who's, hang on, it's a lot more funny when Loki says it. Ah, in Utgard, said Loki, you'll need sharp wits. Sharp wits, repeated Thor seriously. And yours are as blunt as your hammer, said Loki. Winking at Thor. Thor ignored... Well, not take me. Thor ignored the insult and accepted the offer.
Thor's pretty easygoing.
Yes, he is. He puts up a lot. Although at one point in the book, I forget what it was Loki did, but Thor takes Loki and he starts shaking him.
Puny god.
So, it's just... And sometimes Loki's working with them, and sometimes...
Oh, well, Loki does what Loki does.
He does.
Whatever works for Loki is what he does. Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, yep. It's just... It's so interesting. Norse mythology is probably my favorite because it feels like stories. Mm-hmm. Whereas Greek mythology, a lot of times I end up very irritated with the characters. I don't like them very much. For some reason, the gods and the goddesses in Norse mythology don't feel nearly as capricious. Capricious.
Yeah, capricious.
I heard it pronounced either way. A lot of times I just feel like smacking Zeus. Because he's just a jerk.
Well, they're all spoiled.
Yes. Whereas it doesn't feel quite the same in Norse. So...
Now, I have a lot of books on my Kindle as well. Some are graphic novels.
I have a lot of graphic
some
novels,
are
too.
books. I got one on journaling. My husband got me a whole bunch of Batman kind of stuff. Ty got me the Star Wars, which wasn't, strictly speaking, a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. It was just...
Did you end up getting the Devil in Cell Block D?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I did. I have to check. I don't think Daddy could find it.
That's right. I had trouble finding it again.
Yeah.
I know why. Because you have to find it based on issue number. If you search Devil in Cell Block D, you won't find it.
Yeah.
You have to look for Daredevil, whatever comic number. I'll have to pull it up and then find it for you.
Because that's what I want to watch. But
not watch, read.
Now, you can see I've got... This looks familiar, right? Ty made it for me for Christmas, the whole set. So I was really excited about it because it's hard.
This is what I was working hard to finish.
It's hard for us to do things for each other without her knowing. She had no idea I was doing the yarn, and I had no idea this was for me. So because it's her colors as well as mine. So which is nice for us because we can do that because there's no real surprise that okay, she's doing that color. Maybe she doesn't wear it all the time, but
yeah,
you know, it's something she might wear. Because I do have red stuff.
Yeah.
But this is her color, definitely. So I was really surprised that I had to take it off because I'm hot. But I really like this. And now I can put it in with my other stuff so I can actually wear it.
But let me show you closer because they haven't seen really the finished. This is the Niederlander. And isn't that... I really thought that was a nice pattern.
And this is her Duke.
Yeah.
And the mitts are the same mitts that the green ones are. And so I know you told me what it was, but I already forgot it.
The Irish hiking scarf mitts, and they are free.
Yes, and they're nice patterns. So I don't have anything else to show you.
No, I think that's it.
Okay, now we're kind of getting long here because we have so much to show. We're going to be podcasting a little later this week because of her schedule and New Year's and everything. So looks like we'll be podcasting on the 4th of January. I think that's a Thursday. So it's It's going to end up being about a week.
Yeah, actually, it was rather good that it worked out that we.
Yeah,
I don't know what the changes to the schedule for podcasting will be.
We'll post.
We'll still be every week. It's just keep an eye on it. You might have some podcasts that are really close together,
And some that are a little further apart.
because come January they're gonna want us to work. I'll be working at least 3 shifts a week.
We already do at least 3 shifts a week.
But what I mean is
Most likely, that's her low.
that'll be my low amount of shifts. It's likely that I'll be mandated to pick up a 4th shift a week.
Now, thankfully, it looks like they'll be allowed to say what day they're going to be mandated for, but we will not be able to podcast on a day when I'm working. When she might have to work.
Yeah.
Because she won't have time to put it up. She has to be able to get ready. She can't get up that early. So
Yeah.
we will do our best to be every week. It might be every 10 days on occasion. It might be every 5 days on occasion. But you will get. We'll be as consistent as we can.
Yeah.
We have no plans to go every 2 weeks.
The only hard time might be is if there's a point in January where I have classes for work, plus I have to work, and then I have a doctor appointment.
So
in
January might be a little bit difficult. We might not be as visible. That if any podcasts are missed, it will be January.
Because 3 weeks of that, I think it's like the first week of the month is when I have a doctor's appointment. And the second, third, and 4th weeks I have classes.
So we will do our best to get podcasts out during that time period. And once January is done, we should be able to plan for it. But please bear with us. It's not something that we can help. And we apologize if it's an inconvenience or if it messes up your schedule a little bit for watching.
It's an inconvenience to me too.
Not at all. Please consider what you're going to be doing for the Tea and Tales and for your Ready Set Go. We'll let you know if our co-host agrees to do it. If this person is able to do it with us, we'll let you know that as soon as we know ourselves. And keep in mind that although you can do whips for the Tea and Tales, you will not be allowed to do whips for the Ready Set Go. But the month of January, anything you choose to frog will be accepted if you show the before and the after in the same thread, okay, in the same post. We hope to see you on the 4th of January, and we're glad that you were able to spend this time with us. We wish you a Happy New Year, and can't wait to see you again next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 288, and that's a wrap.
Bye.